Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Providencia, and I am here with a meatloaf recipe for you guys. I had made this like a week and a half ago, and I put it on Facebook, Instagram, all my social media, and everyone was already asking me, can I have the recipe to that? So I decided, let me go. First of all, I wasn't even gonna do this video today because right now I'm food prepping because my family is coming over here to visit. So I'm just doing other foods on top of this recipe that I'm doing, or this tutorial that I'm doing. I'm also making a pastelón video, which is a Puerto Rican lasagna, so check that video out. I wasn't gonna, like I said, I wasn't gonna do this video. All I was gonna do was the pastelón tutorial, but I said, you know what, let me get it out of the way, let me do it and get it out of the way, and that way I could give you guys some videos, some cooking videos. I'm sure you guys have been waiting for it, so that's why I'm doing it. It is a little late, it's like 9 o'clock, but you know what, I don't care. I am gonna cook it though today, and I'll just re-warm it up, you know, when my family comes over. That way I don't have to cook it while they're here or whatever. So let me just show you the recipe. As far as the picture, I'm gonna use, like, you know, the picture that I use for the video is gonna be the old picture of the meatloaf that I did with mashed potatoes. All right, so anyhow, so let's just get right to it. I'm gonna show you everything that I have. I have here some ground beef. I cannot tell you how many pounds it is because the truth is, when I bought it, I ended up just taking it out of the packaging and put it into a big Ziploc bag. But it is a very, very big pack. So I'm not gonna tell you how much pounds it is because I'm not gonna tell you like how many pounds it is because the truth is I really don't know. But it's a big pack, so I'm doing a big pack. I also have here some eggs. I got here some sliced bread. I'll explain that. I hope everything is showing okay. All right, and in case you didn't see it, the eggs, I still gotta get used to the way I record in this new apartment, so bear with me. I got some tomatoes, red pepper, onions. You could use any onion of your choice, parsley. This is a blend of oregano, basil, and tomatoes. I bought this in New York, so I don't know if you're able to find it, but if you're unable to find it, what you can do is you could substitute with, if you got dry oregano and dry basil, you could use it like that, okay? Separate it, or you could probably use an Italian blend, like an Italian seasonings. You could use that as well. You need to add this because, not for nothing, the basil is what really stands out in this recipe. I mean, everything else stands out, but you know, when you bite into this meatloaf, it has that, wow, what is that in there? And it's the basil. That's why everybody likes it. So definitely gotta try that. Sofrito, you know, I do like cooking, but I always gotta add my Spanish, you know, mix into it. So yes, sofrito, if you don't know what this is like a puree of cilantro, culantro, ajicitos dulce, red peppers, green peppers, and garlic, and so forth and so on. If you want, I will leave the link below for you to check how to make this. This is good for your meat, your beans, your rice. This is a good like substitute to marinate your meat. Like your meat is gonna be very good if you add this. So definitely add this. Okay, and I have my little garlic sauce here with a little bit of garlic and wait a minute. Let me show you. Garlic and olive oil and salt and pepper and a little bit of vinegar, but just use regular fresh garlic. Okay, I got a little bit of adobo, but if you don't want to use adobo, what you can use is, sorry, I live in a very noisy block, unbelievable, but adobo, if you don't want to add this, just add salt and pepper. And I'm gonna add this. You can add any barbecue sauce, but I'm going along with how I made it that day. I made it with sweet brown sugar, or get something that has to do with brown sugar or something sweet, even honey barbecue, you know, something like that. Not like hickory or regular barbecue, something like that has a little sugar in it, a little sweetness to it. So this is what I used. Okay, so this is it right here, and we'll be back. Okay, so I'm like so tired, but I gotta keep doing what I gotta do. Alright, and this recipe should be like a breeze, so I'm not even worried about it. You wanna take tomatoes, and you could also use crushed tomatoes. Just like add a few spoons of that into your meatloaf. I'm just thinking about if I'm missing anything. I doubt it though. Let me see something. Okay. Alright, so let's get this started. For one, let's add everything we just cut up, alright? Throw it in there. Sorry if you're hearing a lot of noise. People are, I was gonna say people are stupid. God, but that's not nice to say. But this is what happens when summertime comes. People don't know how to act. So I can't say that. I remember I was young one time. So I can't be saying stuff like that. So I was probably worse than they were, I'll tell you that much. When you get older, you think differently, I guess. As if you never did that. I'm sorry. I don't want y'all to think I'm a bad person because I just said that. Now, what's next? We're gonna use 3 eggs because this is a lot of chopped meat. If you do like a smaller pack, use 1. All right. If you use like enough chopped meat, but it's not a lot, but it's not a little bit either, then use 2. I'm using 3 because this is a lot. So, and these are large eggs. Okay. Always keep your hands clean too, because with this, I'm going to use my hands to... I love being next to the stove when I clean because I clean my hands constantly. And now we got the garlic. If you want to know how to make this garlic, I have a fried plantain recipe that I also add this garlic on top of the fried plantain. I am gonna link it below so you can know how to make this garlic sauce, and you could use it for fried plantains as well, but you could also use it to marinate your meats, or to add it to like I said, to your beans, to your rice, to your food or whatever, you know. You could even add it, you know, make some nice chicken cutlets and drizzle this niceness on top of it. There's so many ways you could use this nice garlic. So yeah, just in case. If not, just use chopped garlic and maybe add like a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, okay, to this. I know this is probably gonna release a couple of juices and stuff like that, but still add it, okay, just for it could be nice and moist. All right, so I'm gonna use I'm gonna use 2 spoons. All right. All right, and then I got my sofrito. Okay, there you go. And with the same spoon as the garlic, since this already got garlic inside, it's just puree in there. I'm gonna add like 3 spoons of this. There's chunks of other vegetables in there, which is fine by me. Add more flavor to my meat. 3 spoons. And I'm gonna also link my sofrito recipe below. I am gonna use this, and I'm gonna go around this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's it. And that's all you need. That's why I'm not adding no salt. That's my salt right there. And this, I'm gonna add, if I had to guess, maybe a teaspoon of this. But like I said, if you don't have this Italian season, maybe a teaspoon of that, or add like maybe a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of basil if it's separated. So do that. Parsley, you can add as much as you want because this is just parsley, but I'm adding a lot. I'm adding like maybe that much, maybe a teaspoon and a half. okay? But like I said, I'm making a lot, so I'm just going according to how much meat I have, okay? So just giving you the heads up. Put the eggs on the other side and all this on the other side. Let me wash my hands. Okay, so I'm sorry if the water's running, but my water bottle froze. So I am gonna go and defrost it, and I'm gonna, with my clean hands, marinate this or mix this up. This tray from Family Dollar. You can use any tray that you want. I don't know if I should do half and half. Let me see if I could try, but you never know. As big as this thing is, forget it. Alright, so I'm going to use my hand to kind of cut it in half. Alright? You gotta shape it into like a loaf. That look like buns. Like somebody's buns. I'm sorry, you're sorry. Gotta have a sense of humor after all. Alright. So at least I got to fit it in there, right? Sure. At least I got to fit it in there. That's all that matters. So this is what you want to do now. Okay. With the brown sugar that I showed you earlier, which I had showed you a brand new one. I truly forgot that I still had this one in the refrigerator. So with this one, you want to do this. It all depends how much barbecue you want in your meatloaf. I mean, I would suggest don't drown it, you know what I'm saying? Because you also want to taste your meat. You don't want, you know. So let's do this. This is the meatloaf right here. I am gonna put it in the oven. It's at 350 and I'm gonna put it first for 45 minutes. Alright? The last time it cooked for an hour and a half. No, an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm gonna do this 45 minutes, then I'm gonna reapply this. I'll show you. And then we'll do the whole process again. So we'll be back. Alright. Okay, this is the way it looks. However, this grease and all types of stuff. So I got my little mittens because you want to go and throw that away. So I wish I could, well, I'm just going to throw it in the sink. Try to throw as much of that water or that grease from your meatloaf, because you don't need that. Okay, so wait, hold on, let me get a spoon. And the other spoon. All this fat. Okay. Alright, want to make sure that, alright, it's still not cooked, by the way. Alright, so okay, so let's put more barbecue sauce. I hope you can see it. I'm so sorry. Okay. And here is the meatloaf. It came out of the oven. I am gonna throw away some of the water or like the juice from down there. Or I might leave it, considering that I have to put this back in the, you know, like after it cools down, I'll put it in the refrigerator and re-warm it up when my family comes over. Now, this is not gonna be the way it is in your case. In your case, you're gonna try to at least get rid of some of this water. It's alright to leave a little bit in there, you know, to keep the moisture of the meatloaf and make sure it you know, is nice and juicy. But you don't want all this liquid, alright? Alright, and we had already thrown away some water, like from the meatloaf the first time. But it does look very, very good. And I'm not adding no more barbecue sauce. But if you want to add, by all means. So I'm going to let this cool down. And because my son wants a piece. And I'm going to let this cool down. I'm going to slice it up. And then wrap it up in aluminum foil. I'm going to show you that next. Okay, so I cut them into slices. And I did get rid of some of like the juice, but I kept some, you know, for it could, like I said, keep the meatloaf nice and moist. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in another tray. I know it don't make no sense because you have first saw it in like a smaller tray, right? But I'm not gonna lie, I had to transfer it here because to me it was just too much for a little tray like that. So that's why I forgot to mention that. That's why I have put it into this tray right here. I mean, not this tray, this casserole dish. And, you know, so it could fit comfortably and it could cook and everything like that. So, yeah, if you're going to make this much, definitely do not do what I did and use a small aluminum tray. You know, make sure the aluminum tray is a little bigger and make sure they're like far apart. You don't want to do what I did. So that's why I had to transfer it to this, all right? But now I cut them and now I'm gonna put them back into, I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna see if I could. I got 2 more trays over there, so I'm gonna use that. And then anyway, I'll show you. So my son loves it, right, Nene?
Dang.
How many you ate?
3. I want another one.
3 pieces and he wants 1 more, so I'm gonna give him 1 more. But that's it, because this is supposed to be for my family. So yeah, this is it. I ended up slicing it like I said, put it nice and neat. Like I said, presentation is key. I know you probably looked at it and was like, that looks like a hot mess. No, you can make anything look beautiful, even if it's a hot mess. So this is how it looks. Mm-mm. My son said that it's really, really nice and soft and just tender.
That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, he said he likes it better than the first time I did it. You know, I don't know what I did because I eyeball everything, but just follow the recipe and I'll guarantee you probably get it just like this. So this is it, but I want you to see this, okay? Whatever little like sauce and bits that was in there, I was gonna throw it back in there, but instead what I did was I took like this little strainer thingy and I put it in there and I was just went around like this, you know, rather than have all this like clumpiness and all that other stuff. All you have is a nice juice right there in the bottom without none of that. All right, so if you want to do that, for that way it could be nice and neat, and also drizzle it on top of your meatloaf, for that way your meatloaf could, like I said, be nice and moist. So I'll probably take a picture of this and probably use this as a cover, or like I said, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna use the cover of the meatloaf that from a week and a half ago, which is the same recipe that I used on this video. So if you do happen to see a cover with like mashed potatoes, corn, and this meatloaf, like 2-3 slices, you already know you're not gonna see that recipe here. This is a prepping, you know, I'm prepping this for when my family comes, but I also did a tutorial, so I'm just letting you know. Alright, so I don't know, let's see. I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna see how it looks. So I guess that's it. Take care, God bless, and if you wanna see my prepping video, it'll be in this channel. I'll try to link it below. Let's see of all the food that I'm making for when my family comes over. This is one of them.